Hello, welcome to the news on Lagos Television. I am Bababumi Agbibi. President Bola Tinubu says the apex courts must continue to play a critical role in the evolution of the nation's constitutional democracy and shape up policies that impact all segments of Nigerian society. He assures that his administration will continue to provide appropriate support to improve the welfare and capacity of the judiciary. Speaking after administration of oath of office to the new acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Kudirat Kekereekun, and the council chambers of the State House, President Tinubu said the need for the judiciary to promote the rule of law informed the speedy passage of the National Assembly and the Consent to Judicial Office Order Act of 2024, which approved a 300% increase in remuneration of judicial officers. The president also encouraged the new CJN to defend the judiciary's independence always and promote cause of justice, strengthening mechanism for integrity, discipline, and transparency in the judicial sector.
Robbery and fire. Chief Justice of Nigeria.
And plans for the Nigerian judiciary just after being sworn in, the new CJN called for cooperation among Nigerians towards taking the arm of government to enviable heights that could be more trusted. On his part, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said he was excited, not just as a Lagosian, but because of who Justice Kekereekun is, as an outstanding jurist who passed through various courts before becoming the Chief Justice of the Federation. Recall that the NJC, at a meeting presided over by Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, retired, recommended Justice Kekereekun to President Bola Tinubu for appointment as the CJN. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has rejoiced with his Chief of Staff, Tayo Ayinde, on the occasion of his 60th birthday, describing him as a dependable, worthy, and trusted partner in the Greater Lagos agenda. The governor said Ayinde has displayed high-level capacity, performance, and competence in discharging his duties as Chief of Staff to him in the last 5 years of his administration. He added that Ayinde is a beacon of grassroots mobilization and support, hard work, loyalty, and sincerity. Governor Sanwo-Olu, in a congratulatory message issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Gbega Koshile, further explained that his chief of staff is an asset to his administration because of his selflessness and hard work. He further described him as a God-fearing and a quintessential gentleman who has contributed immensely to the growth and development of Lagos State as a member of the State Executive Council. The Wale Omole Foundation has been officially launched in Lagos with focus on promoting virtues and ethics of the Yoruba culture. We have more in this report.
The founder of the foundation, Professor Wale Omole, says the initiative is aimed at fostering a deeper understanding of Yoruba virtues and ethics. He says it is important to instill these values in both young and old as a means of strengthening community bonds and fostering a more ethical society.
Character is more important than just words. Not just words now. It's what you do that will touch people, that touch their lives, touch their economics, and touch everything. That's by your action. And that's what we are doing. Let us think twice. And let's praise God, who is blessing us every time. That's the summary.
The word of Omoluabi is the only thing that can take us out of this economic action. Because most of us have lost the Omoluabi virtue. We've not been able to see it as the thing that can bring us back to the platform of goodness and happiness. You know, when the platform of goodness and happiness are being put together, it creates that enabling environment for us to be self-sustaining. It doesn't make us to see ourselves as one that wants to keep everything to ease ourselves. It makes you to see your brother and sisters as co-partners in progress.
Guests commend the foundation's efforts, expressing hope that it will serve as a catalyst for cultural revival and moral education among the Yoruba people and beyond.
Yoruba person is, by virtue of where we come from, by virtue of how we are brought up, by virtue of the identity of a Yoruba person, is a very hard-working person, someone who encourages productivity, someone who encourages industrialization, someone who enjoys the communal life living of our people.
We need to revive our culture because our culture is rich, the African culture is rich, Yoruba culture is rich, and there are ethos in them. That's why we're talking about ethics and values. There are huge values in them, and every man is a product of his culture and nurture.
Culture is who a man is. All this unity and unity, it starts from home. If I'm Yoruba, I know my culture. If I'm Igbo, I have to know Igbo culture. It is by knowing this that I'm proud. I become proud of who I am. And that brings us together. It doesn't separate us. So I believe that every culture should be celebrated.
With the theme Virtues and Ethics in Yoruba, the foundation is set to be a strong advocate for moral philosophy, emphasizing the timeless values that have shaped the Yoruba culture for generations.
In sports, over 1,500 athletes and officials from universities across Africa are expected to participate in the Federation of African University Sports Games to be co-hosted by two of Nigeria's leading universities. Delegates from all 43 FASU member countries will storm Lagos for this year's FASU Games, which commemorates 50 years since the inaugural edition. We have details in this report. At the press conference held to update the public on the state of preparedness and expectations for the Continental Games, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Folashade Ogunshola, promises a celebration of African unity, youth potentials, and sporting excellence. UNILAG, in collaboration with the Lagos State University, will host the 11th Federation of African University Sports Games, scheduled to hold from September 20 to 29. The Vice-Chancellor affirmed the university's commitment to stage a world-class event. Fresh from successfully hosting the 26th Nigerian University Games in 2022, Professor Ogunshola aims to improve on NUGA achievement while assuring participants, officials, and spectators that UNILAG will deliver an unforgettable experience that reflects the spirit of African unity and excellence.
As we approach the start of the FASU Games, I want to encourage all athletes to embrace this opportunity with enthusiasm and determination. I want to implore all of us to work hard and to support our athletes, to come there and cheer them on.
Professor Ogunshola called for support from businesses and individuals of goodwill, emphasizing that such partnership or sponsorship is an investment in the future of youths and strengthening of African unity. UNILAG has upgraded its sports facilities to international standards and ensured necessary logistics are in place for a seamless and exciting event during the 10-day fiesta.
UNILAG has always been a beacon of excellence in academics and sports, and we view this responsibility as an opportunity to reinforce our leadership role in promoting student-athlete development across Africa.
Director of Sports Joseph Awoyinfa has assured that the team is also taking its participation seriously as it hopes to host and win the 143 athletes already in camp to represent UNILAG with other students from across the continent.
The university management has graciously given them a fantastic hostel, and they are being fed. They are going to be monetized and make sure that we take good care of them as a way of encouraging them.
This is my first time, so it's a mixed feeling. I'm tense, I'm excited, and I've been preparing along with my teammates, so we hope to bring in medals, especially gold.
All the athletes are coming, they're also just like us, so there's nothing exceptional from that. And the players that we set aside, training and everything is getting us ready, and that should make us win the gold.
The Continental Collegiate Sports events will bring together athletes and officials from universities across Africa. Participants will compete in 17 sports, including athletics, football, and basketball. The Lagos 2024 marked a historic milestone as the first ever joint hosting of the FASU Games by two institutions since its inception in 1974. It is the second time Nigeria will host the FASU Games, 20 years after the Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University Bauchi hosted the event in 2004. On the foreign scene, prosecutors say they are in the early stages of investigating crime hypothesis of culpable shipwreck and manslaughter of the Sicily shipwreck, although they are not investigating anyone specifically at the moment. They also say the yacht called the Bayesian likely sunk because of a downburst. Now, the downburst is a localized powerful wind that descends from a thunderstorm and spreads out unpredictably. Officials also confirmed the body recovered was that of 18-year-old Anna Lynch, the daughter of British tech entrepreneur Mike Lynch. Her father's body was recovered from the wreck along with 4 others earlier. Now, out of the 22 passengers and crew on board, 15 people survived the sinking, including a 1-year-old child and Anna's mother, Angela Baccharis. That's all for now. For more news, do connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. It's the weekend, so while enjoying yourself, do remember to stay safe. But in case of emergencies, please call Lagos toll-free lines 767 or 112. Many thanks for watching. I am Bababumi Agbibi.